I came up with a new video, Chuck. Alright, Charlie. Anyway, this video might be a little winded. No, Charles, I'm fine. I meant it might be a little bit of talking from me. Okay, that's not quite what I was meaning, but... Why? Oh, no. Nuh-uh. It's just a thing. When? What? Okay, this conversation isn't over. I think we're done here for now. Well, lately I've been engaged by quite a few of seemingly well-intentioned folks vying for religious freedom. Well, they argue for everyone to have the right to believe as they will. They believe that as long as it is not illegal to do something, then it is fair and equal. Right you are, Charles. They are missing a multitude of socioeconomic factors just to begin. Equality isn't just being able to wear what you want as a female. Right. People also think that you should not even worry about the rights of others in other countries, especially if you aren't being infringed. Exactly. Since I'm not a Middle Eastern woman, I shouldn't be bothered with the idea of those women being free from their oppression and oppressors. A Western man. It's safe to say that most Americans have heard the saying, freedom ain't free. Most say it has to do with the price of freedom borne in the lives of our civil servants. While I won't dispute sacrifices made by all those individuals, I would like to approach the idea from another angle. Are our choices truly free? Is the freedom of choice in some cases merely an illusion? Whether or not something is legal is not the only factor that should be considered when validating choice as a considerable option. So let's say that we have made it so the women in Saudi Arabia can dress as they like. You know, I really appreciate you jumping in, Charles. We have removed the law forbidding women from wearing whatever it is that they desire, so it would appear that they can dress as they want. But we know that's not the case. All we have done is given the illusion of freedom to women. Yeah, even though we have made it not illegal, the oppression is still present and very much alive. It is not quite as simple as that. Let me explain. The Quran does not, intuitively, advocate either way in relation to conservative or liberal views on dress, but rather lends nebulous verbiage that allows for interpretation either way. This, you think, would be freeing and liberating, and in some cases it does allow for a little more wiggle room to maintain this so-called integrity. For first world countries, this is a way for people to practice and not be ostracized. However, for third world countries, this is a great mechanism of interpretation to fearmonger and to social repression. Now, people in first world countries are not immune to social repression, it just might be different forces, pressures, or triggers involved. It could be, and thank you for bringing up Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome and indoctrination are the two biggest weapons that religion can use to detrimentally affect society and progression. Indoctrination starts the process. It can start as a simple conversation or as general teaching as a child. This conversation turns into belief and can be a critical component in the transfer of culture, customs, and traditions that can be harmful to the progression of society. Once the subject is assimilated into the culture, they develop Stockholm Syndrome. This empathy and sympathy for their oppressor allows them to defend the very people that keep them to do their bidding. The abuse is then allowed to continue and is encouraged by the abused. They package this into one tiny little present of kindness they are given. The idea that they are not good enough for their salvation, they are inherently bad and evil, they will never be good enough for their salvation, keeps them from moving forward to commit the prescribed acts so that they might look better in the eyes of their ethereal sky daddy or even their oppressor. This is only one minor example of what kind of oppression can occur under the guise of freedom of choice. The women do not have the choice to wear what they want, because even if it is considered legal for them to do so under the guise of freedom in society, they still face corporal punishment from their fundamentally religious and extremist captors. There are even religious enclaves inside freedom-touting countries that oppress their populace. The point is, the fear of reprisal, or even the fog of Stockholm Syndrome, can be repressive. The short answer is, I don't. I don't care what people believe and what story they invest their intellectuality. My problem stems from the harm that so much religion can do. If belief and religion can make you do great things for others and be a better person, then great. However, it's not the good things that can make the biggest impact. The fear-mongering, oppressive, hateful, repressive nature of religion that makes the largest impact is what everyone should be fighting. Whether or not you are the one on the corner with the sign that says God hates fags, that is what the loudest of your culture are saying. That one person doesn't make all of those that share that belief system bad, but know that they are bad, and many of those people are the ones that are in positions of power and authority. Thanks. Alright. Well, I'm the Belligerent Atheist. Rate, comment, sub if you want to be notified of more videos. I have to go. Deuces!